Bloody red nose. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, Jesus Christ, look at the state of that. There you go. Hello, Mr. Douglas. Bethany, what's Bethany doing on? Should be at work. Charlie Wright, hello. Mr. Kyle, bloody hell. And Christian B, hello. I think we're a few seconds behind. Let's have a look. Bloody YouTube being YouTube again. There we go. Try and lessen the internet a bit. Gordon Bennett. Let's minimise that for the minute. Bloody hell, click, click, click on this mouse. It's always something. Okay. What we can do first? Let's have a look. Shit, you know that's fucking hot. Uh-oh. Oh dear, I put the radiator on underneath, which is at the back of the desk, and it's warming up all the masks. Not good. Well, not 100% good anyway. There he is, yes, the tosser is back. The tosser is back, temporarily. Where's me? There we go. Just make sure I've got me streaming software app open just in case. Always good as a backup. Right, so what's that? So I'm sure people know that the samples are back with me again at the minute. Cat hair all over him already. And I'm sure people know that this is here with me as well. Which we are all still pining for these things in the UK when it comes to the main distributor stock. I don't know. Just hair dry. What's that? I just hair dried all those masks. No. I could do if you want. I don't think the distributor's going to be too bothered. This one doesn't need air dryer. He's okay. Plastic USA mask, he's never going to need air dryer. And Viper, he's probably not too bothered either. Since being sent a single 25th anniversary mask though, I have noticed differences with the mass-produced 25th mask compared to the sample. Definitely. Small differences, but definitely differences. But part of this reason today for sort of doing a quick stream is with regards to some identifying factors between the Deluxe Collector's Edition masks of 2011 compared to the HHN. I had a fan send me a mask yesterday, and it came today, and put them on. No, I don't want to put them on. I'll have to take my hat off. No, I don't want to put this one on. I just want the tag to stay on, so I'm not really bothered. I might put the costume on in a minute though, and get me other mask I've got to just pair with it. But yeah, hello Charlie. Let me set these aside a minute. So, the main first thing I just want to quickly go over. A fan had messaged yesterday, as I said a minute ago. A fan had messaged yesterday. He says, "Oh, I've got this mask. I've been told it's a HHN." I says, "Okay." give us some pictures. So he gives me pictures. Oh, good God. If it was a HHN, it's the spottiest HHN I've ever seen. So anyway, he says, I'll tell you what, give me your address. I'll send it to you. You can have a look, you know, right in front of you. Look at the mast, tell me what it is. I says, okay. So he sent out the mast yesterday, it arrived today, and I've already sent it back to him. Which is probably not always the best thing, because I may have should have kept it for reference, although I've got Deluxe masts up in the loft if I need one. Anyway, I said, where did you get this mast? And he goes, oh, from a reputable seller. Reputable seller. I was like, okay. Which I'm not going to mention names. So this reputable seller said to this other fan, this is 100% a HHN ghost face mask. Which sounds good, obviously, you know. Yeah, HHN in your collection. Anyone likes a HHN. Anyway, the mask gets here, and it is not by far a HHN. It is more than likely a first run, or maybe at the slight possibility of a second run Deluxe Collector's Edition mask. Again, I maybe should have kept it here just for this stream, then sent it back later. But it's clearly, you know, a Deluxe Collector's Edition mask, not a HHN. Very thin mesh, very fragile mesh on the Deluxe hoods. Very easy to see through. If you put your hand under the shroud and wiggle your fingers, you can almost see all of your hand. Hold it up to the light, you can see through it very easily. I got pictures of it. And the mask, Jesus Christ, the mask had more spots than a stressed teenager. Honestly, there was a lot of masks out there that had spots, but this one, Jesus Christ, man. It looked like someone had shot him with a spot gun, a machine spot gun. Just all over it, all over it. And he even sent it in a plastic bag so it wouldn't infect any of my masks. I'm like, don't worry, it's not going to any of my masks. So, yeah. So he then sends me screenshots of a message from the reputable seller saying, oh yeah, Tim Wagstaff's had a look at the mask, yeah. He says it's not HHN. Then he comes back with a response saying it's 100% a HHN. Says, he also said something along the lines of, all collector's edition masks don't have a stamp on the chin. And I was like, what? Seriously, that's what he said? And he screenshotted it, that's what he said. So, apparently all collector's edition deluxe masks with the deluxe hood don't have stamps on the chin, is that right? Is that right? And this is a reputable seller, is it? Is it really? You don't know shit. Fucking bollocks, man. I hope you at least got a picture of the spotty sumbitch. Yes, I did. So let's be clear then. Let's try and emphasise the facts of a Deluxe Collector's Edition and a HHN with descriptions on this video, because apparently the mass page is confusing, which I can understand, because again it's still due a kick up the arse. So, for the most part, most of the HHN, well, all the HHNs were made in Foshan, China. The Foshan factory HHN, yeah? The Foshan factory EU stamps here and there, yeah? And if I remember right, I'm looking at the wrong mask, but if I remember right, these are Foshan as well. 25th Sparkle Hood EU stamps. This is the sample, so there's nothing on the back of the thing, because it's, you know, sample tag, of course. I've got this one up here, but we'll have a look in a minute. But for the most part, this person, as a reputable seller, saying all Collector's Edition Deluxe have a stampless chin, is bullshit. So let's be clear, right? So, in this particular case of this mask, let me turn this off. There you go, that's not too bad. In this particular case of this mask, this is HHN 248. This is what I got when I personally met RJ in 2013. I'm sure I've told this story before. The story was RJ was coming to see me and the missus in Port Jefferson, Long Island, where his book was based, The Face of Fear and No Mercy, his second book. Still waiting on a third book. Even so, he came along and says, I says, RJ, sent him a message before he came. Says, RJ, any chance you can bring me HHN to see? Because I've never seen one. At that time, I'd not seen HHN. Many collectors had got them, posted pictures. I'd never come across one. Too expensive, rip-off prices even back then in 2013. That was now getting rarer, you know. So anyway, he brings this down, and I'm looking at it, the tag and the mass, bloody sniffing the damn. I bet he's like, what's he doing? And at the end of the meal we was having, he goes, you can have it. I says, what? He goes, you can have it. I said, oh, thank you very much, you know. And he said a few other things, but I'm not going into that. Because I'll just get accused of being a kiss arse. Anyway, for the most part, Collector's Edition Deluxe masks, non-glow, was the same mould as this, the same finish, the traditional EU stamp mask with a vanilla smell was a standard Collector's Edition Deluxe. Of course, the hood was a lot shorter, a lot thinner, a lot more fragile, sadly, but exactly the same tag, yeah. So basic Collector's Edition Deluxe, EU stamp, non-glow, so bone finish, as RJ calls it, you know, standard EU mask in a deluxe hood. Stamp on the back of the chin. But wait a minute, aren't all Collector's Edition Deluxes stampless chin? No. Seriously? When I was told that and I saw the screenshot of the message, I was like, are you fucking serious? So, imagine this isn't HHN and this is just a standard EU stamp with a vanilla smell and, you know, normal mix, so to speak, normal production run of deluxes, shorter hood. Yeah, so the standard deluxe Collector's Edition masks were stamped on the back of the chin, Easter Unlimited ink, made in China. You then move on to the Deluxe Collector's Edition glow mask. Same as this, except the mask itself is what we know as an Asda glow. So in this case, I'm trying to be slow and explain clearly here, so I'm not trying to take the piss. But in this case, on a deluxe glow, which I'm not going to bring out the loft because they're spotty and I don't want them near me masks. So in this case, it's a stampless chin. So deluxe Collector's Edition glow, the same mask as an Asda glow, but just in a deluxe hood. Stampless chin, of course. Little stamp on the inside of the mask, made in Guangdong, China. Yeah, you know what I mean. Whether there's any smell on it or not, I can't remember. I don't remember. Get my words out. Many of my glow deluxes smelling, but for the most part, some of the standard EU stamp deluxes smelled. Definitely the HHN smelled, but I don't remember many of the glows smelling. But I could be wrong. Might just be the odd mask that didn't. I don't know. Aside from that, the other deluxe collector edition type, of course, was a zombie type. So the zombie you can't really mistake, can you? You know it's a zombie. That's end of story. Again, first and second runs of deluxes had thinner hoods, shorter hoods, nothing like what this chap's got. He's hanging, you know, I'm trying to get them all in the camera there. So, you know, for the deluxe collector's edition masks out there that can fool people to be HHNs, aside from the zombies, one of the things that's almost the same on all the deluxes is this, the collector's edition tag. There's no separation or immediate identifiable factors most of the time on some collector's edition deluxe masks. For the most part, with regards to differences on the tag, you're going back to the rear of the tag with the barcode and the particular font and the particular factory. So in this particular case, Foshan, I don't think it's going to focus because I know what this camera's like, but EU stamps and HHNs were made in Foshan factory, okay, China. So you still got some smell on this one. Obviously a HHN is a bit more sturdy, but it was more to clear up the facts that HHNs and Collector's Edition Deluxe, although with the same header tags, can possibly fool people that don't know too much info about them. just remember that the HHNs are incredibly stiff, stink of vanilla for the most part. I do know some HHNs that just lost the smell. I don't know why. One of mine did, and I was like, what's up with this? You know, why would it just lose the smell? Just seemed to fade off, and it was stored in a box. So I honestly don't know what happened there. But for the most part, the 250 batch HHNs, incredibly sturdy, incredibly stiff, really thick, as I've emphasised this many times on the stream before, really thick, very slow production run, which was on purpose with RJ's instructions to the factory. He oversaw the whole goddamn project of HHNs. Start to finish, RJ was watching it. Instructing them, do this, do that, perfect paint, eye mesh, matte finish, glow, non-glow, thick run, sturdy, stiff. So, anyone out there that comes along and says to you, apparently a reputable seller, that a stampless chin deluxe mask is a HHN, the spots, no, it is not a HHN. It is a collector's edition deluxe glow type. So the only collector's edition deluxe mask with nothing on the chin is the glow type. The ones with stamps on the back of the chin could be a standard non-glow first or second run deluxe, or if you're lucky and been sold a mask that somebody thought was something else, you might have a HHN. Again, ask the questions to the people that know. Douglas Little, Ryan Hills, other people in the collections, you know, in the collectors community, you know, ask. Send pictures, get pictures. If there's someone that's selling a mask saying it's a HHN, don't want to give you pictures, don't give them the time of day. They don't deserve it. If they're not going to give you detailed pictures before buying and spending your hard-earned money, why waste your money? Only to receive a mask that isn't what they said it was. But anyone saying stampless chin is a HHN, are you serious? Honestly, I thought collectors, for the most part in this community, were in the know. And the ones that aren't in the know, that are new to the community, well, you should ask. And I encourage you to ask me, Douglas, anyone that you think's got more experience. Ask. But it isn't fair when somebody pays a hefty amount for a mask that doesn't turn out to be what they wanted it to be, because they were told it was, but they wasn't in the know at the time. So I sent that mask back to the collector today. Says, you know, I honestly believe it to be a first run deluxe, but I can't confirm. Between the first and second runs, I haven't really got them here to compare. But I've got HHN, and all the deluxes I've got, collector's editions, including a reshoot, they're all spotty. And I don't want them even in this room, so I'm not even going to bring them on camera. But, yeah. This is just sometimes part of the problem with information out there not being correct. This is possibly a little bit to do with my site and the mask page. I need to update it big time. Every section on that mask page needs an arse kicking. I know. It's a long job, trust me, it's a long job. But HHNs, slower production run, thicker, very thicker mix, and vanilla smell, and a lot thicker hood. But even on this look, I mean, without the ring light on, you can't see much of my hand, yeah? I'm sure people out there with even better sight than what I expect, I don't know. You can't really see my hand, can you, yeah? On this one earlier that I've just sent back, you could see, you know, it was almost as if the mesh wasn't there. It was almost see-through completely. Again, telltale sign. But always a nice, thick material, better quality mesh on the HHNs. If you're struggling to see your hand through them, then it's a telltale sign. You could have a HHN. Again, ask the question. Message people. Me, Douglas, Ryan, whoever else that I should be mentioning that I've honestly forgot. But yeah, ask some collectors out there that have got them. You know, Carrie Ann Doolittle, she's got HHNs. I think she's one off somebody else and one off me in the past. One that used to sit in the back of this stream in a frame. Carrie Ann had that one, you know. Did a deal for the RDS here. Because that was my first ever full shroud RDS. But, let me have a look at the chat before carrying on. But yes, I did get a picture of the spotty sunbitch, Douglas. Yes, I definitely did. Only the ultra white style masks don't have stamps. Well, sort of. Think about an Asda Glow ultra white mould. Think about plastic mass ultra white mould, and think about, yes, Deluxe Collector's Edition Glow types ultra white mould. Think of fluorescence ultra white mould. But even so, for the Deluxe part of this, the only collector's edition Deluxe glow types with the stampless chins. And you'll always know the glow types because they've got like a creamy look to them rather than a solid white like the Ultras. But you know what I mean. People are in the know. People are in the know. What's this? Oh, a middle finger for streaming while you're at work, Dylan. Thank you. He is a son bitch. I have to praise Dylan recently though. He helped me out. Saturday nights here can be a bit on and off for a couple of reasons. Not nasty, just yeah. And I said to Dylan the other night, I said, look, if you're about, give us a ring. Let's have a catch-up chat. Plus you'll be distracting me from doing stuff I shouldn't be doing, like looking at the missus playing with idiots online. I says, if I'm not bothering her, then she's happy. You know, when she's playing certain games online at least. She's alright most of the time. So he kept talking over 2 hours, 20 minutes, Dylan. We had a long chat. Called him a son of a bitch. He called me many names. But, you know, that's the banter. That's how it is with Dylan. And he's all good. He's all good. So Dylan did a good deed the other night. Good boy. You little bitch. He'll watch this back and go, you son of a fucking UK bitch. He'll say something. My Asda 2011 Glow Mask does not have the stamp, but that's since it's thicker material. Yes. Horror PM. I keep forgetting all these usernames and who is actually who. Who's Horror PM? Is that Zach? I think it is. Or is that Horror Enthusiast? God, there's that many names. I can't remember who's who. But yeah, the Asda glows are basically the same as the mask that's placed in the Deluxe glows. The mask is the same, it's just a standard shroud with the Asda glows, produced in 2011, 12 and 13. No smell on them either, weirdly enough. Glowed up like mad, really good glow, but no smell on them. Which was weird because that's 6 years before the ban in the factories. Let's have a look. By spots, do you mean the blue spots? Oh yes. Blue spots, black spots, smudges, smears, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. I need to rearrange. Yeah, if you've got to Christian there, if you've got a mask with spots near other masks, get it out of there. Don't leave it near other masks. No. Piss it off. Get rid of it. Take it away from other masks. Even if it's in a bag, fuck it off. Get rid. Don't get rid and sell it, or, you know, whatever. Keep it in your collection. Just keep it out of the way. It is believed that it's the material of the infected mask, so to speak, that's the problem. Not the mask, but it's something in the material gets into the mask and spots it. So if you've got that hanging in the middle of a collection in your spare room, your man cave or whatever you've got, move it ASAP. Because it can and has spread to other masks in other people's collections, which has severely pissed people off for obvious reasons, especially when it affects a fearsome or a fantastic or a Gen 1 or a Gen 2, which has happened. So you got it hanging, get rid of it. Not to boss you about, but trust me, if you want to keep your masks in good nick and you know, admire them hanging there without spots, take the spotty one out of the equation. Horror PM. Oh, okay, this is Douglas. If it doesn't have the stamp, it's not due to it being thicker, but because it's the ultra white mold. Yeah, it's basically the mold they use. It doesn't matter whether it's thicker or not. I mean, at the end of the day, the HHNs are super thick, yet they still use the EU stamp mold. So it's not the thickness that always affects it. Not in a nasty way, but yeah, they do still use them for thicker masks, particularly with the HHN. But yeah, with the Asda Glow. Thank you, Douglas. Mr. Bartron, the foam in the hood shroud on the face of my second one is a lot thicker than my first one on my HHN. Yeah, there are differences in the foam. This particular one, it actually looks thick when you got it in front of you like this, but it's actually thin to press, although it's not as thin as the sample here and the other 25th anniversary mask I've got, which is incredibly thin, them ones. That's why I said, because it's a different material than the vinyl. Yeah, that's the glow mold just on the 2011. Yeah, the collector's edition 2011 hoods. Yes. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Crypt Keepers just updated the stock info. February 22 is when they will get everything. February 22? Yeah, also in other news, I'll catch up with the rest of this chat. Hello, show, how you doing? Hello, Mr. Richie, Pumpkin Harvest. Hello, Richie. Gonna play a game. I had a sore throat the other day, and I got very close to a Ghostface tone. Only close, not perfect. No way bloody near. But, yeah. I got very close, and I actually enjoyed having a sore throat for about half a day. Horror PM, here we go. Get some confirmation. Name's Patrick, sorry about that. Also, have you heard anything about the collector's edition box sets yet? Little bits, yeah, little bits. Explain the spotting thing if it's in the collection. I think I have one with spotting. So yeah, move it. Get it gone. If you got a spotty one, Beth, and it's near your mask, get it off the wall. I know what your setup's like. Get it off. Bag it up. Put it in a box. Seriously, we're not messing about. Get rid of it. Get it out of the way. Like this chap earlier that sent me the mask, he sent it in a zip bag. Not like this. This is what RJ put the one in when I acquired it off him. But he sent it in a bag because I think he knew damn well, already that the spotty masks are trouble. So he sent it in a Ziploc plastic bag. And I looked at it and, identified it not as a HHN. And then I got this. After I'd put it out the way back in its bag, then I started looking at this one and taking comparison pictures for the chap, and then I set him straight. But yeah, if anyone watching this stream while it's live or later on, you've got a spotty mask of a collector's edition among your mask and displaying setups in your spare rooms, bedrooms, man caves, woman caves, whatever you bloody got, get them away from the masks. It can spread. And it has spread in the past to other fans' masks, obviously, which did not make them fans happy. So please, if you got spotty mask, get it gone. Bag it up, box the damn thing, just keep it out of the way, because it will infect other masks. It's weird, it's almost like a COVID for Ghostface, or a virus for Ghostface, It ain't good. It ain't good. All mine are in the loft, all in separate bags. Some of them are double bagged, and they're all in a plastic box, all on their own, because I don't want them near any other masks. Not even ultras, which can get them as well, if you keep them close. So that's what they said 10 minutes ago. Oh, okay. We will still be waiting on our 2021. Yeah. So let's get to the other question. Where was it? Yes, Horror PM, Patrick. Hello, Patrick. The mask and knife sets, as far as I'm aware, in the USA, there are still major supply issues in the USA, and the mask and knife sets and some of the 25th anniversary, among other items, are part of these supply issues. RJ tweeted not too long ago saying they are still on the way to Morris costumes, and it's basically you've got to be patient, but they're still going to be, supplied to them in due course. With the UK, the only way in the UK we could acquire the Deluxe mask and knife set, which was one of these masks, is in an EU stamp with a sparkle hood, with the smell, with a standard knife, not the crow knife. So the only way we could get them in the UK before now on pre-order was only via Mad About Horror, and that's only because Louise at Mad About Horror got a contact with Morris Costumes and had a word, says, give some over here, and they went, okay. So when Mad About Horror's consignment comes from them, that's when us in the UK can get them. For the USA, as it's just been said on the chat here, whether it's February 2022, who knows? But it's going to be a wait. That's all we know at the minute. And regarding the UK stock as a whole, distributors sent me the samples the other day, and he just said, yeah, it isn't good. We're still waiting. It's still in customs hell. Trading standards have pulled a lot of items, which include Myers. I've said this on the last stream, but for those that haven't seen the last stream, so trading standards in the UK pulled all the distributor container. Yeah. Part of the stuff that has continued to be held back, Myers masks. I don't know which ones because I don't know Myers masks like I know Ghostface, but some Myers masks have been pulled. All of the Ghostface has just about been pulled, as it says on the Mad About Horror updated images they keep putting out. And also, would you believe, even some Christmas items that are not Ghostface related at all, they've been pulled as well. So trading standards at the port where the distributors are have managed to F up Halloween and also a little bit of Christmas. Don't you just love people like that? So UK did not have a Halloween with regards to new Ghostface stuff. UK did not have a Halloween with regards to some Myers stuff. And UK, in another way, won't be getting a Christmas with regards to particular items of Christmas stock. But, you know, I don't know who's collects that sort of stuff or wants that sort of stuff. But, you know, still another item that's been pulled. And it's just pending at this time. So, it ain't good. My personal belief is, and again, this isn't gospel, this isn't fact, this is just my personal belief, as I'm clearly stating. I personally don't think we will get any 2021 items until at least 2022 in the UK. That's just my thought at this time. I could be wrong. Week's time we might get a surprising phone call saying, no, have you got the money for the order because we've sorted things out? But I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, my money for my order's already saved up, it's ready to pay them whenever they want it, but again, we can't have the items, which is always a bit of a shitter, as we all know already. And yeah, the closest I've got to see the items was earlier this year with some of the samples, and then finally this month for the costume. I'd never seen the costume till this month, when I got it the other day from the distributor. He sent all the samples, USA flag, 25th anniversary sparkle hood, Viper DVD, as in Dead by Daylight, and the sparkle costume with the bib style EU mask inside. That's all I've got. Hello, Jigsaw. What is it that causes it? I don't know what it is, Beth. You're asking the wrong person on that one. If I knew what it was that caused it, I'd be putting a lot of info on my site, but I honestly don't know what it is that causes it. It's been highly suspected among the years via many fans that it's something in the material, the mesh itself is just in there and somehow gets into the mask. But personally, I don't know exactly what it is that causes it. Seen on the first and second run Deluxe masks, HHNs didn't suffer from it much, thankfully, even though they're all made in the same factory. But it is what it is. Your announcement is legendary. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, I'd actually forgot about that for a minute. Yeah. So recently, on a call with RJ, I said, RJ, you know, you did a video clip a little while ago. I did? I was like, yeah. Remember, he's busy, and you know, and it was only about 30 seconds long. I says, you did a call, and I was joking with him at the time on the phone. I says, you did a call for Dead by Daylight, eh? Or you did a video clip for Dead by Daylight on one of their recent things they did. He said, oh yeah, I did. And he was in his office surrounded by Ghostface stuff. Lasted about 30 seconds. I think it was in light of their 5-year anniversary at the time. I can't remember now. But, you know, RJ appeared and he was talking and wishing him well, and there was Ghostface stuff all around him, which I believe was positioned that way on purpose. I'd like to think that at least. Anyway, I said, so you did that for Dead by Daylight? Yeah, I did. I was like, yeah. I says, I've been speaking to you for 11 years. Can't I have a video call with you? You want a video call? I was like, yeah. I says, the fans need to see RJ talking. on video, not still images, not Q&A, not a clump of text with questions and answers. I says, we need to see you, hear you talking, see you. Oh, you want to do that? I was like, yeah. And you know, he was thinking about it. And he says, well, if we make it into, you know, certain questions to be asked, because I can't pressure him, I can't ask him the most answered question, which is, will we ever create a Fantastic again? Will we ever create a Fearsome again? New moulds, new design, 3D print, you know, scanning on, you know, it's not going to go into that, so don't get excited, because that's not what it's about. I would like to have nice official answers on both of them questions, but not this time. That's not what it's about. So basically we're going to go into a lot of questions about past masks, questions about past merchandise, licenses, questions about the future. It's like Christmas Carol, you know, past, present and future. You know, what's the future hold for Ghostface? What's next DBD? Is he in any other game? You know, blah blah blah. So yeah, I got to arrange with him and confirm that we can do a, I thought one of my cats was coming in, that we can do a video interview. So just to make it clear from the get-go, I have put images out on Twitter and Facebook recently. I did one image yesterday which was just off the mask page, and then I've done another one today which is specifically more for it, with a recent picture of RJ. I says, have you got anything recent, you know, picture of you in your office surrounded with masks, picture of you in your office holding up a mask, you know. So, oh no, I got this one. And he sent me that picture that you see that I've chopped out of the background. So it will be pre-recorded and private on the initial recording. So it won't be live, there won't be people in the live stream asking questions, because we've already got a load of questions he's got to answer. And he's going in early on the day, so he's working on the day, but he's specifically going in early to do this video interview with me. Okay, so pre-recorded, me and him talking. I then edit it. If he says, oh, by the way, take this out or add this in, or then we'll do that. But on the edit, that will be going on to a live stream like this, and basically that's how it's going to end up. So on the live stream in the future, I shall stream with whatever the latest info is, and then basically bring the video into the stream and press play for you all to watch. So then I've got your reactions and your comments as you're watching it, although you can't interact with him, because it'll be me and him interview, and then you can just react as you want in the chat as it watches, you know, and plays out on the stream when I do stream it in the future. So don't get too excited yet though. It isn't happening till around the end of the month with me and him talking. He's a busy man. He can't just do it tomorrow. Yeah, but we're just lucky it's even going to happen, because for him to do video is extremely rare. Extremely rare. I don't think he's done it before, apart from that DVD 30-second clip. And that wasn't even an interview, that was just him wishing him well and then off he went again. So this has never happened before. This is an exclusive to me on my website, which I'm very surprised he agreed to, even with the contacts for 11 years I've been speaking to him. But he said, yeah, okay, you know, let's do it, and we'll do it via Zoom or whatever we're going to do it on. And it'll be recorded, then edited, and then put on the stream for people to watch. And I may just even upload it as a single video to YouTube, so people don't have to watch a part stream and, you know, just get on the interview. So it will first appear in a live stream when I bring it onto the screen, literally as a video. Press play on the clip and you can watch it along live, and as I say, comment live, and that's how it's going to go. But this has not happened any time before on a video chat, and it's been absolutely years, I mean literally years, since he's done any interviews. And that is not because people haven't asked him, but because he's too busy. So many people have asked him recently, because of the new film coming, interview, and he's gone, no. And then I thought, well, I'll see what he says, and we got a yes, because he knows I've supported the brand for, you know, 15 years I've been online now. So he says, yeah, okay, let's get some questions sorted out, let's get some, you know, a list of them, and there's quite a list as well. So don't go thinking it's 4 or 5 questions and we're finished, because it isn't. There's a lot of questions. So it could go on a while, but I'm sure people that have never seen this before, they'll enjoy it. I hope, anyway. I hope. I'm sure there's already going to be someone saying, no, it should be live. No, it's going to be crap. Well, think what you want, but it's got to be pre-recorded. Then it's going to go live on my stream, and I'll introduce you to it on the stream, and then bring it into the stream as a video for you all to watch. And that's how it'll first be shown. Let's have a look. Horror PM. That's what I figured. Thank you so much for the update. Yes, with the mask and knife, etc. and the stock. At least they are coming. That's all I wanted to know. But it sucks how slow everything has been around the globe. Yeah. You know, I don't think it's just Ghostface items. I think it's loads of stuff. But yeah, it does suck arse, definitely. Mr. Jigsaw, going to be awesome. With reference to RJ, I'm guessing. Hello, Jacob's Trains. How are you? There was someone in another Facebook Ghostface page that stated they spoke with a rep at Funworld and they told them all of this new stuff will be out for 2022 again since it sold out so fast. That's something I will ask RJ about, definitely. You know what, I might call him after this stream. Sometimes he doesn't answer though, so I'll have to leave him a message. But yeah. Hard to believe we have known RJ for as long as we have. Yeah, I know, it's since... Personally with me, it was about end of June, start of July 2010. And he got a message saying, we need to talk about your site. I was like, oh shit. I was like, uh-oh. What was it? DM my assistant. Or follow my assistant so she can DM you on Twitter. I was like, oh shit. And yeah, next thing you know, his assistant at the time, Jennifer, is now a different assistant. Yeah, she was messaging, oh, he needs to talk to you. What's your phone number? I was like, what the hell? What have I done? I'm in trouble. You'll find out when he speaks to you. Don't worry about it. I was like, oh. That was a panicky moment, I tell you. Who has an extra black and purple tagged EUSIS for sale? I haven't. I don't know about anyone else. I'm excited to see the video. I'm excited to film it. I haven't even filmed the damn thing yet. It is scheduled for the end of the month. And as I say, he's driving into Funworld early. And he's making an effort to do it. Whether he'll be surrounded by Ghostface merchandise or the odd thing, I've got no idea. I really do wonder, you know, how it's going to go. But definitely, and I do emphasise the word definitely, there is a lot of questions. So a lot of questions equals a lot of content and a lot of answers. So we'll just put this HHN back where it belongs. Excuse me. Right, so, oh God almighty, man. Look at all them, look at all them. So, we shall finish the video with regards to a little bit of talk about the samples. I'm just going to show you a couple of differences. Obviously with the sample being at the front here, I've got to take all the masks off just to get to the one mask now. But we can do it. We'll get there. There you go. If anyone out there has Amazon and they find some of these are meant for kitchen towel, you know, kitchens, the big rolls, like, I don't know, like double the size of toilet rolls, whatever. These are what they're meant for. They're meant to just, they come with sticky pads. They're meant to just hang there and hold kitchen rolls, as we call them in the UK. But yeah, I made a good use of them with regards to hanging masks. And it's only because of the floating shelves we got and the width of the floating shelves, or the overall height of them, that these fit. And they only just fit the masks in there. But the nice addition. You go on Amazon, you may find some of these, like under shelf hangers or something, and they're good. As long as you get them set up right, they're good. Right. Is that what is that doofy mask behind you new? It is recent, yes. I mean that one. Yeah, that one there. Yes, it is a recent addition. Oh, he does stink, this one. He does stink. Okay. Weird. So I just wanted to point out on this one a couple of differences that I've seen with regards to the sample and the mass-produced 25th anniversary mass. This may bore some of you, so apologies. But here we are. This particular mask was sent to me by Ryan Hills. Ryan was actually annoyed that we had no stock. You know, we didn't have our stock yet, and he says, I'm going to send you a mask. I want you to see the 25th, which was... Ryan did it at his own expense, so thank you, Ryan. He paid postage, he paid, you know, obviously bought the mask. I think he had about 5 of them, and he says a couple of them, the hoods were misaligned. And the 2 best ones, one he kept for himself, one he sent here, so again, thank you, Ryan. I didn't ask for shit, but he did it anyway. And he also sent me an RNGU stamp from the ASIS times, without a tag, of course. Not in a bad way, because we was going to do a trade on it, which I've still got to sort out with him even as of now, time of recording. But anyway, I was put this mask up, you know, among the other masks, as you always do. And of course, there's differences with the header tag. The header tag was said at the time, back in February when I had the sample, says, look, the header's 90%, it's not nowhere near to be finished. Although there's only little differences with the final product on the header. But I do notice on the mask, I'm not sure whether to turn the ring light off or not. No, I'll probably keep it on. If you notice with the mask, look at this. Yeah. Look at the front of where the foam pad is. Yeah. You see that seam that goes all the way around. So obviously it's sewn all the way. Yeah. Again, this may bore some people, so if you get bored, then yeah, I understand. But all the way around the hood, the bottom of the hood as it drapes down here, you've got this seam which never existed on the sample, which we'll show you in a second. So again, I'm thinking, what differences have we got? You know, is there any major thing? Is it, you know, the sample didn't have any smell, which is fine. But, you know, what else is different? So, I'll just have a look here. So overall, on this particular mask at least, we have glossy eyeliner. Trying to speak slow. We have glossy, although not the most glossy I've ever seen, but we have glossy nose paint. We also have glossy, again, not the most glossiest I've ever seen, but we also have glossy paint. The main black paint on the mask has got a gloss effect, although I have seen very, very, very glossier ones, particularly on the Screen Resurrection mask, and another mask I'm not allowed to mention. Special mask. One that still can't be shown. Yeah, but overall, glossy paint on the 25th anniversary mass produced. Of course, the seam as well. The mould is the same as the original EU stamp, would you believe? So all these EU stamps through the years, there's a post on Ryan's group that he's refreshed recently. Another chap from years ago, Tim Dufresne, years back, probably 2 years, 3 years maybe at the most, I said to Tim Dufresne, I says, all these EUs have got particular lines in the mouth, and they're all the same mould from the 90s till 2017, and even now till 2021. It's all the same EU mould. Some appear different because of paint and the eyeliner and other little things, but for the most part, you've always got these particular lines which you won't see on the camera in the mouth. And Mr. Dufresne back in the day said, I've got some spear masks, I can got some alcohol or chemical, whatever it was, and he started rubbing off, believing it was paintbrush strokes. I says, no, they're not paintbrush strokes, they're in the mould. There's these particular lines in the mouth that prove it's the same mould all the way along. Through the 90s to present day, it's always been the same EU mould for the most part. And yeah, he rubbed paint off on several masks, and there it was actually indented in the mask itself and the sculpt, and it wasn't a paint flaw. And even the same with this chap here, the sample. So the sample, the mass-produced 25th, 2017 EUs, all the way back for the EU stamp history. They've all got these particular markings on them. There's differences in other markings on other masks, but the main mouth has always got the same shit in, always the same lines, always the same, yeah, little, I don't know, tiny identifiable pieces to them. But yeah, this one I've just noticed the paint differences, the seam all the way round, the outs with the hood. I've not actually compared hood length side by side, so let's have a look. Yeah, they look to be the same. When I line up the tags at least. Bear in mind one of them's probably tagged a little closer to the tag, as you can see with the sample here. It's almost touching, it's basically touching the bottom of the tag. So if I hold them about there, they are about the same length in the shroud. Same sparkle. There seems to be the same foam in the hood. So remember that the 25th mass produced has got the glossier paint. And then you come down to Mr. Sample, for whatever reason, just little differences. See, none of this seam around the hood. You know where to look here. None of this seam around the hood. No line going all the way around. At the bottom there, on this side, nothing. It's just like folded over, stitched a different way. The mouth, the nose and the eyeliner is all matte black. Very similar to HHN's. And of course, the sample being a sample, for whatever reason there was no smell. And again, the tag is different because it was unfinished at the time. This was confirmed as 90% complete at the time of being sent to distributors. So obviously we just had 25th anniversary in the same size and font as the collector's edition text in the past. And yeah, no official barcode at that time. Even the print up here was actually blurred, and this isn't even a camera fault if I hold it up, which you're not going to be able to see. But yeah, even though that camera's not the best at focusing, the actual text and blurb on this, if I took a still image of it for Facebook or something, it is actually blurred text because it's just a sample. I was sent a sample of another mask quite a while ago of a skelly face, and that was exactly the same. So it's just something with the samples that they do. Here we go. So other differences with regards to samples and masks that have been put out there were with this chap here. Now if you look at this hood, successfully connected, looks like my chat disconnected then reconnected again, sorry about that. Yeah, but if you look at this hood on this USA or Patriotic Ghostface, you can clearly see this is not standard. And although some bloody idiot has ripped it, where all the fraying is there, that's actually been ripped, where people have tried to put it on the head, I'm guessing. This sample has been to quite a few people. The Viper, this, the 25th, the costume, loads of people have had these this year, which is not a regular thing the distributors do. It's only because of restrictions that they've allowed it. But yeah, look at the point on that. It's bloody, Jesus, you can't even get it all in the camera sometimes. But this is not the same as the shroud that it was released on. I've not got one of these, the mass-produced ones. Anyone want to help a fella out, USA fan? Give us a nudge. But even so, this is much more glossier paint on the sample. I don't know what it's like on the mass-produced. I haven't got one, of course. But all of this, just as a whole, is obviously plastic mass, super glossy, and it's in the USA flag style, which we can easily see, of course. But the hood, same style hood as the 25th anniversary sparkle. It's just obviously no sparkle. But I am told by very many now USA fans that there were standard shrouds that these come on when it comes to receiving the mask that they've ordered from Crypt Keepers or otherwise. So a bit of a shame that this didn't carry on, because this was on the catalogue images, I believe, as this hood on the Funworld website. But yeah, it ended up, maybe even been updated on the Funworld site with a standard shroud. But yeah, people did not receive this as we see it here, with regards to, you know, when they finally got them, which is a shame. Mr. Viper, bloody hell, just check my chat. I'll need the time and place RJ will be during this interview. Is that right? Me and my gang and our armoured truck will be ready and waiting. Bring it on, bitch. At the end of the day, it's going to be a UK to USA chat just over webcams, so it is what it is. I'd have preferred it to be face to face, but you know, it's a bit of a travel expense, and I don't know if he'd even allow that if I did have the money. I don't know what he'd say to that, but it'll be okay. It'll be good. It'll be good. So many tag masks. I want that USA sample so bad. Yeah, a few people keep saying that. Hello, Screen Ghost. How you doing? Hello, Screen Ghost. I'm losing my voice, man. I've been looking for a hard plastic 2017 ultralight. Seem rare. Yeah, they are rare, particularly in 2017 and 18 manufacture dates, because there wasn't many made and not many ordered. I did have some, but not anymore. Clive's had most of them, so blame Clive, because Clive likes to experiment with chrome finishes and you know, other things, as we all know. So blame Clive. And also blame him for nicking my Jaffa cakes as well, this sod. Have you seen his Instagram lately? Somebody gave him an EU stamp that was untagged in the 2015, I think it was, or 16. Really thick, really sturdy. More sturdy than a HHN. And the eye mesh had come out of it recently after I re-glued it. I said, well, you know, keep an eye on what you're making in the future. See what you got for me, but keep me in mind for something if you make something that I'm after. And you can have the EU stamp. So I sent him down the EU stamp. Very sturdy. It was almost like a solid mass, but it, you know, just it wasn't. But I sent him that down, and I sent him down a box of 30 Jaffa cakes, to which he was very much appreciative. And he'd have seen the mask on his recent costume updates for his Scream 5 costume that he's made. But yeah, he's happy with that mask. Can you tell? That's why I keep going on the comments going, oi, give me that mask back. Let's have a look. That hood, what's that? That hood would have been great to have on Patriotic Master. Looks like I know, it's a shame they didn't carry on with that. Like the USA sample, yeah, he loves that. The USA sample is glossy as well. Yeah, it is super glossy, the USA one. I don't know what the mass produced are like. I'm assuming they're the same. I bought Clive's new prototype Scream 2022. Oh, there you go. Talking of the devil, you've just bought one, have you? Just remember that he modelled it with one of my X masks, which is fine, because I won't let that mask go to just anyone either. So the Viper. Did anybody see Frank McGovern's post recently? I don't know if he Facebooked it, I can't remember, but he Instagrammed it, didn't it? One of these had been done, because whoever made them just totally forgot what they were doing at the time with regards to this shroud. I mean, this is Dead by Daylight shroud, and Dead by Daylight related, of course, which is why the Viper's exactly as you see in this particular type. But Frank had one of these with a red shroud, but it was the standard Ghostface shroud, wasn't it, with the streamers and, you know, just as it would have been in the past with the black shroud. But he had a red one, and I messaged him and says, I hope you're keeping that, you're not going to give it away. He says, oh no, I'm keeping it. So that one's mine. I said, yeah, keep the damn thing. So don't go giving it away on Instagram. So, you know, have something for yourself. But yeah, one thing I did notice a lot of people talking about these off when they received them is apparently there is a lot of sort of red or pinky splodges around the mask where the hood connects. It's funny because on this there's nothing. On the sample there's no smell or anything, but there's absolutely nothing with regards to pink or red blotches. I mean, neither. Nothing. Absolute sod all. It's like, in a way, for, I don't know, a perfect sample. A perfect sample. And again, the header tag had changes over time. It had like a gradient background with tree branches, which is more in relation to the game. Aside from that, yeah, I don't know many differences with regards to the Viper, because I haven't got one of the other ones that's mass produced. But again, it was just nice to see it. I said to the distributor, send me all the samples. I want to see them all again. So Viper USA and 25th anniversary, here they come. And then to finish up, we finally got the costume, which I never originally saw until last week. And I tried it on, and Jesus, it actually fitted. I couldn't believe it. It actually fitted. Even for a wasteful piece of shit like me, it actually fitted me. So put the samples back. Oh, I'm not sure about this smell. If you could tolerate it for long, it's nice. Mine only has a tiny spot on the tip of the nose. Okay. I'm sure the mask is in good hands. Yeah, he's happy with it, Mr. Clive. He was over the moon when he got it. I says, I told you it was stiff, didn't I? As in the mask. It's stiffer than a HHN. I don't know what it is. Why that mask is like that. But yeah, I was quite surprised when I received it off eBay a couple of years ago. It was just untagged mask, good price, EU stamp, grab it. I have 2 new Vipers, tagged, and an older Vampire Viper. Okay, yes, Black Shroud. I'm looking to trade for the 25th anniversary box mask. You'll be lucky, no one's got them. Thinking of throwing in a Spirit book replica or 2 if anyone's interested. Okay. Mine only has a tiny spot on the nose. How tall am I? I am just touching 6 foot. So, yeah, just 6 foot. And this thing... Just turn the light off a minute. Yeah, this thing, it's not even that good with the light off. This thing does fit me. So, we crack it open, which I don't know what I'd like to do, but you know, everyone else has done it that's had this. So, as expected, bib style EU stamp. This has just got a bit of tape on the bottom and people have had it out. So I'm just going to check if there's a smell. I can't remember if there is or not. No smell on this, but I'm not going to take the mask out, I'm just going to get the gloves. So, bib style, elastic strap, still a nice mask even if it's a bib style, and this is part of what surprised me. Douglas Little recently came across them Ghostface gloves, which I've got a set of, them like fake leather Ghostface gloves that they put out this year. And Douglas was surprised by the fact he had big hands, like I have, and them gloves still fit him. And I thought, well, is it going to be the same for this, with regards to the costume gloves? And there you go. Now, remember 2 things here. There's a ring light that isn't the brightest, but it's still a ring light doing what it's meant to do. So you can partly see my hands, especially when I do that, of course. You see the knuckles, etc. Bends in the finger. But for the majority of people that are going to be wearing this either for a cinema showing or at night or whatever it is, a fan film, I don't know, I think these are okay for what they are. Maybe they could have been thicker, but to say that this has become a mass-produced costume, particularly this year of course for the anniversary of Scream, I think, considering this is okay. To say that these fit even someone like me, and the sparkly fabric as well, I think they've done okay with regards to what they could put out there. I think maybe there seems to be less sparkle on the gloves than the costume, but I don't know, is that just me? Or has anybody else noticed that as well? The costume itself, very sparkly. Very sparkly. But yeah, how far down does it hang? It hangs all the way to my feet. It's almost a perfect fit for me height-wise, which I was very surprised about. Same with Clive. After last year's charity raffle on the stream and that, I said to Clive, you know, do us a Scream 2 robe. He did me a nice price. And the one that I tried on for the charity raffle, it was like that much too short, coming up my socks and my ankles, you know. So I said, you know, Clive, do one about this measurement. Sent him whatever measurement it was, a couple of inches, and yeah, it was fitting nicely on Clive's. Clive's is thick and heavy, and it's a Scream 2 style that I've got. This one is not thick and heavy, but it covers me quite nicely. So there you go. So differences on the packaging, of course. Here doesn't say the metallic. Was it metallic finish or metallic material it says on the finer ones? Again, there's no barcode on this one because it's a sample. And as some will know from Nate Reagan's video and anyone else that's watched the video of the review of this costume, there's cardboard inside to keep it in a certain shape when folding. And would you believe this one, the sample, has a Ghostface one. It's got a zombie Ghostface costume insert from another costume, obviously years ago, and this, again, not wanting to waste all the stuff and make use of it, Fun will put it into a Ghostface costume. So let me go out the room and put this on, and I'll try and stand back on the camera and let you see it's, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see. I'll just let you see how it fits me as much as I can. Give me a second. There you go. Obviously you got your elasticated down here, so that's very stretchy and just snaps back. You got jagged points at the end of the sleeve. And with the gloves on, it's actually not too bad. I've not got an EU stamp mask to hand to just put on. I've only got an Ultra knocking about at the minute. But yeah, there you go. See, the sleeves being elasticated, your sleeves aren't always falling down like on the standard robes when you raise your knife up in the air. But yeah, I know the mask is a bit of a mess with the streamers hanging down and that, but ignore that bit. But yeah, overall this is basically almost touching the top of my trainers with regards to the overall length, but I can't stand back close further enough because the room's too small, I believe. But even there, look, raising my leg up, you can't see the end, only just, but it's over my trainers. But it looks the part. You get an EU style mask, you get an EU stamp mask and, you know, get it tucked in, or even a 25th anniversary mask. Get some Velcro, anything. It looks the part. But in the past, with the fan films, you'd do that and your sleeve would fall down. With the elastic in the end, it just doesn't happen anymore. Again, you can see the hand a bit because of the ring light there. You see a bit of the skin now. I've just done that because I keep lunging at the camera. But yeah, I suppose you can make customisations if you're that bothered, or even adjust it, you know, whatever you got to do. But for a mass-produced costume that's sparkly fabric, I think they've done quite well. Give me a sec. Here we go. The ugly git has returned. So yeah, I mean that's just a standard Ultra, this one. Nothing super special. What is this one? What was it, 2011? So one of the first Ultras, I suppose. I know what people think of him, so yeah, let's not get into that. But it's just what was knocking about that I can just put on quickly. I used to wear it on gaming streams on the odd occasion and play as a Ghostface, so to speak. But yeah, this was a this one of Clive's. I do want to get one of Clive's. But yeah, this was from Kurt Eubank, Australian fan. I think it's Playback Creations on Instagram, but they're okay. I like these. Nice and light. Can't cut yourself. Blood comes rushing out. But yeah, let's have a look. Hang on, something's popping up. What's this? Invited to play Dead by Daylight. No thank you, not at this point. Let's have a look. Catch up with the chat, then we'll come to an end, I think. Said what we need to say. But yes, torn, yeah. I'm 6 foot and it's touching the top of my trainers, the robe. So it's not touching them so much that you trip over it if you was to walk or run either. It's just about right for someone that's 6 foot. But yeah, hangs down and touches top of my trainers very easily. Mass produced, the bib masts are sealed, closed and not taped. Yeah, I see the tape ones on the sample. I'm guessing it's because they know people are going to want to have a look at it. I don't know. My cardboard inside the 25th anniversary costume is from some little girl's fairy costume. Bloody hell. Yeah, I know they have varied, haven't they? The one on Nate's, like some sort of zombie costume or something. That, you know, not a zombie Ghostface, but a zombie. I think that's what Nate's was. I can't remember what Douglas's was. But yeah, he had a funny insert as well, didn't he? Was the cardboard inside just a reused piece of cardboard? Well, essentially, yeah. They just don't throw it away, do they? But yeah, on this one, that's what it was. Without the ring light blinding it out. But yeah. It's bent round because of how the costume sits. Costume's quite long, of course. But yeah, this is what was inside this one. Uncannily enough, it was a Ghostface one. Whether that was on purpose or not, who knows? It could have been. Looks good. I'm too afraid to take mine out of the package till I get a second one. Well, yeah. For mass-produced costume, Funworld did a fantastic job with the 25th. Yeah, they did do a good job. I've emphasised this to RJ as well, and I says, you know, bring them back. Don't just do them for 2021. Bring them back again, which I hope they do. If info from that sales department of Funworld said early in the stream is right, I'll be quite happy there. I use black hair ties with the new chrome bib mask, costume gloves to keep the sleeves from falling and making it look more movie accurate. Okay. We'll have the gloves sewn on when I get the 25th costume. Yeah, good idea. Just to stop the skin of your arms and your wrists being shown, I suppose. Because it's always a possibility, particularly in fan films, where they've just, half-assed it, so to speak. Half-assed it, half a job, whatever. Arthur, so done half a job on this. Yeah. Arnold Screen fan films are no exception, sadly. But that was years and years ago. 99 till 2010 the Arnold Screen ones went. And that was scattered over the years as well, so it was never constant. But yeah, every time the killer raised their hand up with a bloody knife, which again was a bleeding Funworld knife at the time, you'd see all his arm down here, that it dripped down to about there, the sleeve. You're like, come on, how many times you see Killer in Scream with a bloody arm showing? Just come on, we can't be doing this. But our first killer was about 6'2", so it was just how it was. And the second killer was about, I don't know, 5'9", 6 foot. And everyone, they did that, and you just see the arm. You're like, yeah, it's just not the same effect, is it? But there you go. So, aside from that, I think we've done for now. We've gone over the latest from the distributor, which is the stock is still in hell, as I'm going to call it. The mask and knife set from USA to UK for Mad About Horror, still not here yet. The overall supplies for USA is delayed. Again, somebody put on the stream, possibly till February 2022 now. which is always bad. HHN and Deluxe identifications. I still can't believe that this reputable collector or seller or whatever it was on the message I got saying, oh yeah, it's 100% HHN. No. I was like, you're serious? If that was a HHN, God almighty, there'd be quite a few angry emails to Funworld saying, why is my mask spotty? It's a HHN, it's not meant to be like this. You don't really get spotty HHNs, but yeah. The mask that was sent to me today and already gone back, yeah, that was, if that was a HHN, I'm a black man. That's how easily it was to identify as definitely not HHN. You know what colour I am. But I just couldn't believe when I got shown the person's name. I was like, that person is saying it's a HHN? Oh dear. Apart from that, yeah, these things. Yeah, just, it's not, I wouldn't say it's vanilla. It's, some people have said this are like birthday cake. It's sort of, it's like birthday cake icing in a way. But yeah, nice masks, and I bloody hope we get them soon. This, yeah, I say this one's sent from Ryan, so this is mine. But it's probably one of the few in the UK, and I don't mean to rub it in, I'm not trying to be nasty. But I really hope we get these damn items soon. It's just getting stupid now. So since October the 25th, to my knowledge, those things have been held in customs, and it's just, honestly, it's unacceptable. But regarding this, again, the sample, you know, these have got to go back again. I don't keep these, I don't get to keep these, I don't ask to keep these. At the right time, these are going back to distributor. Distributor has said I can hold on to them for now because I want to use them in the interview with RJ. So with the interview with RJ, I intend to be wearing the costume as you've just seen me, the sample here, as long as he's okay with it, which I think he will be. And I'm probably going to put the sample mask on as well. This is the one Ryan sent, but yeah, probably going to try put the sample mask on without getting the tag off, and just see if we can do a little bit of the interview like that. It may not happen though. Don't quote me on that. He may say, oh no, if we're going to do this, let's just face to face, let's not be daft. Or maybe even just try and start the video as Ghostface and then just unmask and, you know, start the interview. I don't know yet. This idea is floating about in my head, and I'll run and by RJ, see what he says. But aside from that, chaps, yeah, we'll see you sometime soon. What are we now? It's December the 8th. Possibly there may be another live stream before Christmas. I don't know what it's going to go on about yet. We'll see. There was a couple of people I've asked to come on the stream recently as collectors. One of them said he would. There's a chap on YouTube called On a Knife's Edge, and he's got a lot of Clive's masks as well as some Ghostface masks, if any of you have heard of him. He's from down south, mate, down south. Got a Cockney accent. I don't fact. I can't do his accent. But most of the time he's wearing one of those masks. One of the Scary Movie Killer masks. So most of the time he's in them on his videos. Other times he's in one of Clive's KMBs. You're like, Jesus. I'm like, does he ever show his face? But if you look up On a Knife's Edge on Instagram and YouTube, you'll find him. And I believe on Instagram you see what he looks like, you know, on a normal picture. But he's a funny chap, and he's got seems to be a decent collection. So I said, you know, come on the live stream, come on, you know, come show it off. I was like, okay, mate, yeah. So at the right time, when he can arrange it, we'll try and get him on. And also in the future, I want some more collectors on. So if any collectors out there want to come on this live stream, Skype call, whatever, show off your masks, your collections, your ASIS stuff, your water balls, or whatever else you've got, come and tell me. Come use the contact link on the website. Click the live streams tick box on the contact page, and you know, let's get it sorted out. We can get you on. Not seen the tombstone before. What's that? Do you wipe your mask down with armour oil to protect them? I've still got the stuff, but I haven't wiped a recent mask down. No, like this 25th. I'm not sure whether to wipe it down or not, whether it's going to affect the smell or not. I don't know if the smell's applied inside or out, or just in or just out. I don't want to ruin it. So this is going to stay as is for the minute. But yeah, the rest of the masks, I wipe them down with that stuff. Mine smells like icing mixed with plastic and a hint of baby wipes. Bloody hell, you're descriptive, eh? What are you doing sniffing all that stuff at once? Would not have seen that Tombstone before. Yeah, Tombstone, they've got a Ghostface version and a Myers version. I've got a spare Myers one up in the loft, but yet the try me button, it doesn't do anything, so I wonder if the batteries are gone funny. Which I hope not. But yeah, this thing... Right. See if we can just let you see what it looks like. Alexa, turn off office light.
Okay.
Remember, you've got reflections of the PC screens and that. There's two screens, but it's just like a colour change mask set in the Tombstone in a way. Just press and hold, and it goes through a selection of colours. And it doesn't look very good on this stream, I'll tell you that. So don't be thinking, oh, it looks bloody crap, because in real life it's actually really good. It's just the fact that the cameras, webcam, etc. just doesn't pick it up as well as I'd like it to. There you go. It's not too bad at that angle, but yeah. Honestly, what you see on this stream right now, whether you watch it back or live, this does not do it justice with regards to the function of this Tombstone. It looks quite pathetic on a stream, basically. You get one in front of you, it's a bit different, looks a lot better. But it just goes through a cycle of colours. Alexa, turn on office light.
Okay.
But yeah, I ordered 4 of them, I think, in 2019. Just 2 Ghostface, 2 Myers. They come as a Ghostface and a Myers, but they come in a box of 4. So I said, "Oh, just give me 4, I'll take that many." Some chap come pick 2 up literally from the house, because I don't want them getting snapped or damaged in the post. And yeah, the 2 I've just kept for myself. Ghostface one, I've got a Myers one as well. But the Myers sculpt on the Tombstone doesn't really look too good. So again, look them up on Fun World website. I think they're still on there. Let's have a look then. Let me just get this stuff before we go. There you go. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, this is the stuff that I go over many masks with. Not sure if it's going to blank it out now. I thought it would. Yeah. I remember Carrie Ann Doolittle, she brought some of this. I think it was a slightly different, because there's different like tolerances of them, or whatever it is, different strengths of them. I think Carrie Ann said, "Oh, I've got this particular whatever," or she found, and it was same make, same sort of thing, but it was a different strength to it. But this is what I go over a lot of masks with, as it says here. Where is it? Great shine and UV protection. So these masks all here, zombies, RDS, fantastics, whatever. The sun comes in this way into this room, so this helps protect them with the sun. And EU stamps, even metallics, even fluorescents of recent fluorescents, even older fluorescents, even fantastics. I put this on, and you just basically put some of this, a few squirts onto microfiber. I've done it on the stream before. It's on one of them. Microfiber's got the stuff on, so over the mask, and the mask will go like glossy for a bit, particularly on metallics and the coloured ones, and then basically it just sort of sets in. It doesn't ruin the mask, doesn't harm the mask, just it's like a protectant, just helps protect the mask. You can find these on Amazon, maybe go eBay, or just Google the name as a whole and just see what comes up on the shopping tab. But gloss finish protectant. This one, for whatever reason, has got this easy down there. I don't know what that is. But this can also be used on cars as well, you know. So it says here, dashboard trim inside the car, outside the car on sidewalls and bumpers, convertible hoods. Convertible hoods, for God's sake, you know. Spray it on. You probably use a bottle on a convertible hood. Inside the house, leather, vinyl, furniture, luggage, handbags and more. Outside the house, boats, on your boat, yeah, sports equipment, patio furniture, awnings, trailer tyres and more. With a car, tyre sidewalls, bumpers, vinyl, convertible hoods, or vinyl convertible hoods, door mouldings and more, dashboard trim, leather and vinyl seats, door panels and more for inside the car. Shape well. And yeah, there you go. Go Google it if necessary. Let me just put it back on again. Oh, there you go. So armour all, gloss finish, protectant. I mean, it says gloss finish and it doesn't always dry as glossy as you expect. I believe there may be different finishes to these. I haven't properly researched this. But some people will go, well, I don't want a gloss finish. It doesn't really gloss them up too well. It's more of a protectant. So I'm thinking the gloss finish is more probably the car stuff and the interior trim. But on the mask, don't go thinking, oh, my EU stamp's going to end up shiny like an ultra white, because it doesn't. So don't worry about that. But yeah, there you go. Google it, whatever. These, mine I got on my Amazon. I think I bought 2 or 3 bottles at once and just keep them in the background here if and when I need them. But for now, I think we're about done. I've got a bit of a mess to clean up, some mess to hang up again. One thing before we go. Come here. I have sent a few of these out to people recently. I did go through the loft recently, particularly on my scary movie mask box, because I like to have a few sets of scary movies from all different years. I have still got a couple of these available, but before anyone starts on the messages or whatever, I am not at this time of recording sending to the USA or any other country. No offence to any other fans, I don't mean it in a nasty way, but even as of right now, a box that I sent to Fun World on November the 5th. So November the 5th, we're now December the 8th. A box I sent as tracked and signed postage is still not even made it into customs the other side of the pond. Trust me, I've been on to them and I don't know what's going on. They say, oh, I hope it's going to be delivered by the 12th or 13th. I'm like, well, tell me something, because the tracking info is bullshit. There's nothing, no progress. It went to the post office, it got accepted, it went to Heathrow, got flown out, and then we've never heard anything else about it. So at the minute, for that particular reason, I'm not sending out a country, particularly to USA, but I have heard a whisper off another very reliable fan that's in the know of postage, that I won't name, because I don't want him getting shit, that not to send to other countries at this time because of various reasons that include Brexit as just part of it. So unfortunately at this time, some of these spares I have, I've been shipping to UK fans. One of them should have got one the other day. That chap I mentioned earlier on a knife's edge, he had one of me. Then he said, oh, can I have another one? I says, another one? He says, yeah, another one. I says, why? He says, oh, apparently you're not sending to USA, and someone wants me to send me one to USA. So someone said to him, buy another one and then send to him. So if he's taking the risk, that's his risk, which is fine. Another person had a stoned or a smiley. I think this, I've got a stoned here. Someone's asked for this, so this one's already accounted for. But I have got a 2019, another 2019, and a 2018 What's Up available. If there's UK fans that are after them for whatever reason. The stoned is already accounted for. And this was this was a 2020. But I just had literally some odds and sods in the loft because of the amount of what these come in the boxes. When you order these from distributors, I think it's 8 What's-Ups and 2 of the others, 2 smileys, 2 stoned. Or it's 6 What's-Ups and 3 smileys, 3 stoned. I can't remember which one it is now. But there's always more What's-Ups than there is the other types. They don't evenly divide them and just put, oh, there's 4 of each, which would be a lot more sensible. But it doesn't happen like that. Right. There you go. Remember that? The last time there for you. Armour all, gloss finish, protectant. Cleans and protects vinyl, rubber and plastic, including dashboard and trim. Suitable for automotive, household and marine usage. The main thing that we want on this is in the corner there. Great shine and UV protection. That's what the mask's like. I like a bit of UV protection. So there you go, sorted. So yeah, we've gone over a bit too much. What have we been streaming? 1 hour 34. Not too bad, not too bad. Bit of waffling today, but at the end of the day, a lot of info to put out there, and I want fans to be in the know of the latest as what's going on. And also not to be fooled with HHN masks being spotty. So for the future reference, anybody gets offered a HHN, no matter who the reputable seller is or fan, ask and ask and ask, question, pictures, and if you're in doubt, send me the pictures, send other collectors the pictures. Just ask. Don't go paying money for something that you think is a HHN, then you get it and you're like, oh, this isn't a HHN. Because you're not going to be too happy, are you? I know I won't be. But until next time, we may see you soon. As I say, there may be another stream before Christmas. If by some miracle the distributor rings and says, oh, you can have your stock, then I'll be streaming as soon as humanly possible. I've said this on the last few streams. So if there's that miracle phone call and we are getting them, because my money's sat ready to pay them, then I'll update you lot. And I'm sure Mad About Horror and everyone else that gets the stock from the same distributor as me, they'll be updating people as well. But as and when and if it happens, I'll let you know. Until then, which I hope is sooner rather than later, we'll see you soon. So I'll go out as normal with my normal sort of 10-second countdown, knowing YouTube's not going to cut me off because of the lag. I'll just check the chat and then we'll probably end it. Carrie Ann is the reason I use them on my masks. Yeah, and who do you think told Carrie Ann? Yeah, not in a nasty way, but yeah. She saw it on the stream, asked about it, and then she found an alternate version which was the same make, and then yeah, she's been using it. But yeah, it's good. Preventing dust build-up also. Yes, it does, yeah. I don't know with a detergent car, not something I've done a lot of actually. I still need a stoned one. Well, just for the record, I have ordered scary movie masks on the order. These again part of the hold up. But I have got more scary movies coming as soon as the stock's released. If it's released. Oh, here we go. We got mask cleaning tips in the chat. All good, all good. Spread the love. Just make sure it's colour safe. Yeah, don't fuck up your mask for God's sake. Right, well we'll get gone. I'll do a little 10-second countdown again because of the lag and the YouTube chopping me off. So until next time, if we don't return for whatever reason, have a good Christmas and New Year. Hopefully we will return by then, but if I don't see you, have a nice Christmas, have a good New Year. Don't do drugs, don't have sex, don't get drunk, and all the rest of it. And never say you'll be right back. Right, where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. We'll see you soon, chaps. Take it easy and stay safe, because these numbers keep going up, and this isn't over yet with regards to COVID. Shit innit, but behave, stay safe, and until next time. Cheers, guys.